Zara LaFay, and I am doing a card reading today about moving to a new location. So I personally just moved, so I felt like it would be a great reading to do because I know how difficult and how crazy it can truly be. I also want to talk about healing your body and your health because when you move locations, you get it's kind of like homesick or almost like the feelings of that bad energy that was hanging on to you, keeping you chained there back at your old place. How to get through the woes of changing into somewhere new and getting rid of basically those demons you have at that old place. So the first card we have, I have Euniclite, and Euniclite balances out your masculine and feminine side, and it also works really great for healing the body, especially the immune system and your blood. If you have blood pressure or low blood pressure and diabetes, it's really great for overall, figuring out, you know, I feel like this is a really good stone for someone who has an interesting or LGBTQ personality. If you have that in your life, I feel like this would be a great stone to buy because it balances out the masculine and the feminine. Now the second stone we have is Amethyst, which you can see what goes with my third eye card. Now the cards all represent your overall reading. I'm only going to be using one from each of these from this deck, one each because it represents the overall reading. And Amethyst clears your third eye. It opens it up. It does all around your head. People just think it's your third eye, but it also helps clear out your ears, so you'll be able to hear, signs from the dead or signs from up above, and it can even help clear out your health with nasal system and and of course eyes, like it helps, and it helps dreams. If you're having bad dreams, this is a great stone to choose, and I put it with my third eye card, so that's your overall reading. And last we have Jade. This is BC Jade. It's from the river, so it's a river stone. This is really great for water signs. It's also green, so it helps heal your heart chakra, and we'll talk more about the cards when we get into the reading. So I'll let you guys meditate on it for a little while, or maybe pause the video to choose which card, or you can just listen to me talking. I just bought these rosary beads that you can see hanging in the background. It doesn't have a cross on it, but it has the crescent moon, and I think the crescent moon is so powerful. And of course, the full moon means a time of things coming to light, and a new moon is endings that are endings, and if you want to get rid of something, you write down on a piece of paper in the full moon. And if you want to get rid of something, you write down on a piece of paper in the new moon, and then you burn it, what you want to get rid of. And if you want to manifest something into your life, you write down on a piece of paper the in the full moon, and it will help you manifest in your life. So the crescent moon is when your story's not totally full and you don't see the full picture yet, but it's a time of great fun and enjoyment, and even in crazy experiences of love or spirituality. Okay, so I hope that you guys have chosen your card. I'm going to start with card number 1. So I'm just going to put these off to the side, and I'm going going to draw from my Rider's Watt Tarot deck first. I'm going to leave this here on the side. I'm going to leave this here on the side. And so, I'm not sure if you can see behind my fossilized wood piece with the crystallized amber. So we'll be bringing this card back out. See, this is a card of infinite possibilities. You see the infinity swirl or the Fibonacci swirl, and you're not sure which direction to move in. You're not sure if you should move north, east, south, west. This is giving me like a south, northeast, southeast feeling, where you feel like you're going back and forth, like you're constantly crossing the street, you're constantly moving, or if you're not physically moving houses, then you're constantly like traveling from work to work, and you want to move maybe closer so you don't feel like you're on a ship stuck in the middle of the ocean. And this here, I'll show you this dime, and this is a ship sailing away. So maybe in a past life you were someone who worked on a ship, and you always had to go with the tide, with the wind, with the current, with the waves, and the water and the land ruled you. So maybe now you're being ruled by that past life. Maybe you were a pirate, maybe you were a fisherman, maybe you were on an island where they had canoes and caught fish, or maybe you worked with like Christopher Columbus or something and found new lands and new routes. I think that this is a card that also it has the third eye kind of in the middle, but it's not really the third eye. It's like the spark of creation, or the Shakti, the movement of creation in the Hindu religion. They believe that Brahma was creation, but he was just pent up, held energy. So he married Swasarte. I might be saying that wrong, but I painted her. So she's a goddess of music, but she married Brahma, and he sits on lotus flowers, and he, when she married him, creation, boom, it happened. It was like the big bang, the spark. So everything started moving forward, and so I feel like this is a card where you're going to move very quickly, very suddenly. You're not going to even expect it, really. Maybe a great offer is going to come in. It might not be the perfect offer. It might not be the offer that's going to, it's going to get you closer to your bigger goals, but it's also going to focus you on other things. It's kind of like the goose that laid the golden egg. You think it's great, but it's still just a goose. And even though it's laying golden eggs and you have a lot more money and income because of this move, maybe because you're saving on gas and traveling, or maybe because you get a new job because of it, because you're in a better area, because you're maybe you're more with your culture, or more with your people personally, like friendship personnel, and it's number 14. So I'm taking the 1 and the 4, and the 1 is the beginning, and 4 has 2 sides to it. So the Chinese see the 4 is unlucky, and I have my Chinese pendant stone hanging right here. The 4, they see the 4 as unlucky, and you can just take a look at my Chinese pendant. And see, they got a square in the middle, so it's like a 4. And they saw it as an unlucky number because just like into the English, 13 meant death, because there was no 13 on the clock. 4 meant death to them, but death can be great for change. So, this is a big change coming up, and I feel like it's swift, it's fast. I feel like, talking about boats, I feel like it has something to do with the water. Maybe it's running along a river, or maybe you should get a waterfall, because waterfalls will represent the coming of money. If you have a Buddha, put it by the Buddha and rub his belly, and maybe even put aloe vera on him, or some type of moisturizer on him while he's out in the sun, and it will pour in money for you. Okay, so so we've got this card here that we've kind of talked about. So let's move on. I've got this Purifying Stone, now I can't remember the name of it. I want to call it Saphirite or Salatane, or sorry, I forgot what it's called. I know the name of the stone, I just forgot. But it's a purifying stone, and so I have that on top of the cards, and I also have this little gem here, which is a little piece of I believe this is malachite. I could be wrong. It could be an agate. I'm not 100% sure, but once again, it's green and it's a lighter green. So I feel like this one, if you feel like really stung by a person in the past that you can't let go of, this rock really helps with letting go of that person. So remember the stone, it's like a light green, almost blue. It might be a turquoise even, because it looks turquoise, but it's, if you feel stung by a person, if you feel like you have a sword in your heart, it will help slowly crack that energy around it, just like someone massaging your back and cracking your back. And then we have the dragon sitting on top, and the dragon is holding a crystal ball, and this is you taking flight into new changes. And dragons, I believe dragons are of the souls of trees, and it has great knowledge, and it will push you further. Okay, so I'm gonna lay out the cards for your move. I'm gonna do a present card. Wow, that's a great card you got. You got the Ace of Pentacles for your present. So you've got the money now. You've already been saving up for this move. You've already been, and if you haven't been, the money's going to come to you, and it's going to seem like it was magic almost. Maybe if it's not an inheritance, maybe it's some type of relief check, or maybe there's going to be someone who steps into your life, who also help, maybe romantic, maybe platonic, who helps you with. But I really feel like you already have this money. You're already at that place of money. So I'm going to see what led you up to that point. So a past card. So the King of Swords reversed. So we got the King of Swords reversed. Okay. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. And then we're going to have a future card of the nearby future. You know, actually, no, first I'm going to do a when card. So when is this going to happen? Okay, and we got the Seven of Wands here. So, it's a 7, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So this is August, so maybe maybe you won't move in August, but start your packing and start your putting things online and stuff like that, and look online, but also post yourself online and see if the fish are biting, and see what's a good opportunity for you. I really feel like you feel like it's really scary moving into a place, because especially if you're a woman, and even if you're a man, sometimes people have a sexual expectation, or if they run a business and want you to work for a business, they have these expectations on you for what they want you to do for your business, and it's not in alignment with your truer or higher path or goals. Okay, so that's a when, and I'm seeing August for that. But I'm also seeing struggle. So it's like more of like packing and getting ready. And I think you should pack and get ready. And because the move, when it actually happens, it's going to be like, okay, well, I have this room in the next 3 days. You either take it by then, or I'll give it to someone else. So be ready to move. Be ready to be gone. Okay, now we're going to have a future card of like where this place is going to be. Oh, and we got the Nine of Cups, and we got it reversed. So the Nine of Cups upright, it's like you got everything you wanted, and it's like one of my favorite cards. But at the same time, he's sitting there with all his gold and his riches, and reversed. I feel like it's saying he has to let go of some of his gold. He has to like leave some stuff behind. You can always get new stuff. Even if you think you don't have the money for it, you really will have the money for it. And, I take what's important, of course, but I feel like there's something hidden behind the curtain. And there's something you can't see yet. So I feel like this is going to be a place that you move into where you're not going to be sure of the people that you're living with, because they're all going to kind of have masks on and they're not going to show you their true face. Okay, so we're going to have a final outcome card, and then we'll start going over these cards. A Chariot reverse. So I feel like that really goes with your Seven of Wands here, because it's like blockages where you feel like attacked on all sides. Maybe you're even getting out of an abusive relationship, whether that's family or whether that is romantic. And, I feel like they are going to be trying to stop you from making that move, making that adjustment. And maybe you, because I see a pacifier, maybe you even have a baby and you're worried about the baby's adjustment to a new place. And you don't want to be having like meltdowns or going crazy trying to move this place while trying to take care of a baby. But I feel like that baby is watched over by angels. This is obviously just for people who have kids, because it's just general reading. That baby is watched over by angels, and just try to have your tears, your cries in other rooms and other places. Try to, if you need a cuddle, try to like hold her tight. Or if you don't have a child, then if you have a pet, I feel like hold them tight and up to your heart chakra and have them step all over you like they're stepping on pressure points on your body. And I feel like there's going to be obstacles there with your when, but I still feel like things are moving fast because the Chariot is such a fast card, but it's also obstacles. So you're like, should I pack now? Should I do this now? Is it the right timing? And you're like, what? It is the right timing to pack now. It is the right timing to do this, because you are going to be moving suddenly and quickly. And if you don't pack now, you're gonna have to leave some stuff behind. And I'm really seeing with the Nine of Cups here reverse that you're going to have to leave some stuff behind. Some stuff is just not as important. You can always get new stuff. And, okay, I just want to pull one more card here because I'm feeling stuff about the water again. Okay, so I'm having the Empress, and I was just talking with babies, and she's usually a mother. And so, maybe you're taking care of a woman and helping her move, and she's getting really stressed out by it. Or maybe you are the mother and you feel like you have to rule I have to be the ruling head because the other person in the relationship just can't take the stress. Or if you're a single mother, you have to be the one that is choosing to do what's best. I'm seeing like almost open pomegranates, sorry, on her, and pomegranates were eaten by the rich, I believe, and she's someone who is very rich and is. So I feel like that goes with your current. So we're gonna talk about your current and your card that was going with the water. Okay, so I'm just putting the Unikite over the cards to help them prepare you for what's coming up next. Casting some spell work on you basically, and you're going to be handing out. You're going to be. I just want to check the camera's working. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it doesn't turns off and I do the whole reading and it's done and then I'm like, I don't know if I should do the reading again. So anyways, yeah, you're going to be you have the money right now, and the money's going to be coming to you. If it's you're gonna even if you have to ask help from family or your spouse or your relatives, I feel like there's an open door here, an open gate into a beautiful place, that's filled with that's filled around shrubbery and flowers, and you're going to be looking at places, and behind the gate there's mountains, so you're going to feel like you're looking at all these dirty, ugly places. Maybe you don't have a lot of money to spend, but there's going to be the perfect place for you, a place that calls to you. And it might be 2 or 3 places, it might be like 10 places that you look at, but you got to be really realistic. Do you want a furnished room? Do you want an apartment? Do you want, are you looking at a new house? But you're gonna feel like you're having mountains to climb, even though you're walking into people's homes that have actually tried really hard to make them a home. So they're gonna have stuff in their house like trays and egg beaters and bathtub plugs and just like general cleaning supplies and like stuff that you need for the house. Like they're not going to be living there with nothing at all, and everybody's going to be kind of into their routine and doing their thing. And it's like you're going to be walking into these like fresh beautiful homes, especially people buying a house. I feel like you're going to have like the pick of the crop. You're going to have like multiple houses to choose from, and I feel like the first 2 may be really bad and might really discourage you, but by the 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th one, and 7 is super lucky, you're going to be like, yeah, this is what I want. Of course, 3rd time's a charm, so of course maybe it's 3, but I feel like I'm just playing with the Unicard in my hand to really get this energy going on inside of you. The Ace of Pentacles, like, it has flowers growing all on the front, and I think they're like almost like, I don't know if tulips are white, but that's what they look like. And I feel like for people in relationships, I feel like the person you're in a relationship with, even if they've been letting you down with money, this time they're gonna come around. So and then we're gonna go to the Empress card. So I really feel like this represents you holding a crown on top of your head. Even if you're a man, he's got his rod, his staff with him, and that's like his attacking. It's like his wisdom stick in a way, like in the Hermit card. You know how he's got his wisdom stick, but it's also like your attacking stick. So it's like you're gonna find a place for your woman that is, like secure and isn't going to be run around by junkies, and they can go late if they have to go to the store, like 8 o'clock at night down to the store. And I feel like you're going to be close to grocery stores. I feel like you're going to be in a really urban neighborhood. I don't feel like you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. I feel like you're going to be making really big changes, you know, with the heart with the cross at the bottom. I feel like maybe some praying, would help to do really well. So the Empress is number 3, and like I said, third time's the charm. So, I feel like that's when you're gonna start really seeing the places that you want to look at. And she's sitting on something so lavish and luxurious, and she's being grown around by all the shrubbery once again. And I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's 12 stones on top of her head. So stars on top of her head. So, I feel like she's going to be like, if you believe in astrology, I would definitely go and look that up, because I feel like the stars are going to guide you, and, where the moon is, like what the moon is doing at that point in time is going to tell you, like even if you move into the place and then the moon's only halfway full and suddenly he says, oh, you have to move out, even if you give him the money and stuff, you have to move out, we don't trust you anymore or something. I feel like it's just going to be a growing pain, Don't be scared to get a little aggressive. I'm going to bring out a crow feather right now, because like I feel like you can't just be a complete pushover. You got to be a little bit aggressive, and you got to you got to speak your mind. But at the same time, I'm going to pull out my stellar jay feather, and it looks black like a crow feather. You can't really see it unless it's under like some bright light, so I just hope that you can see the blue with the bright light, because it is actually, wait, is that it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so the stellar jay feather, stellar jays are super lucky. I live in Canada, and it's a bird of BC. They take you to, they are the birds that will, because geese take you to your destination, but they are the bird that is very, very holy, and being blue, they help with your throat chakra a little bit, and they are just something that is so inspiring and can ignite your imagination. And I feel like, this move will help you with, if you want to start your own business, or if you want to, become like a painter or a drawer, or start going back to school. This is going to give you the physical space to be able to start doing what you want to do, whether it's making music or, there's just so many possibilities. This is going to give you the physical space to do what you need to do, and this is the feather of the bird that is going to be guiding you. So let's talk about your past now, because your past, I feel like, this is why you're moving. Like, this is actually why you're moving. The Knight of Swords in reverse. And I feel like you've already tried to move multiple times. I feel like you've been stuck in a place, maybe for years. And every time you leave, you end up coming back, and it's the worst feeling in the world. Or you jump around from place to place, and you're practically sleeping on people's couches. And or you just move into a house because you feel like, oh, it's the right price range, and I'm not going to find anything better for the people who are buying houses. I feel like, we had this tendency to rush in the past, and, that's you got the money now, so you think, I got the money now, I have to take this place, because what if I don't have the money when I find the place? But you got to be patient, you got to slow down, you got to realize that you're not gonna win the race by running any faster. And in this picture, he's like in the desert, and and it's like he's running so fast, and he's got like no water, and he's like trying to race, and like it's almost like he doesn't know where he's racing to. It's like he's going in circles again and again, like birds, like going in circles again and again. And this is like what got you into this situation, is going too fast too quickly. It could even be with relationships, hopping in and out of relationships, and you feel like you almost have to be in a relationship to have your own place or to have your own steadiness, because you always end up in situations where you're almost broke, and you're like, because you're not in a relationship, you're like, oh, well, I just, whatever. Or maybe you have a child and you think, well, I have to move as quickly as possible so that way they can get used to it, and I can change their school, their preschooling or whatever. And then maybe your child's mad at you because they're like, maybe they're a little older and they're like, I don't want to leave my friends, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And so that's where you have that obstacle card coming in again. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, with the Knight of Swords, you're going to be, you see like these trees in the back, they're blowing so fast, but they almost look like they're dead or something because they're in such heavy heat. Like, I feel like, you're not letting things take its time. And, like I said, I think it's time for you to start packing. Otherwise, but I also think you gotta be okay with leaving some stuff behind. I think you gotta think of what's essential for you. And, like, especially people who are being, like, abused and, trying really hard to get out of a situation of being abused and maybe having to even move into shelters and stuff like that. I feel like you have to, uh, break it down a little bit and, come to a place of, understanding, why this stuff has happened to you, because you need a lot of healing. And I feel like, for people maybe that are older, I feel like you have a lot of, physical ailments, and they show up in your chakra. Like, I feel like, if you have a bad block in your root chakra, for example, you'll start getting a rash on your genitals and you won't feel sexual at all, and your partner will wonder, well, why are you not sexual? And you're like, I have a rash on my genitals and I don't know why. And it's because, you're not rooted to the ground. You're not rooted to the place that you need to be at. Of course, taking, like, lots of, baths, physical care, drying yourself off really well, and maybe putting some aloe vera on there, or some type of, essential oil, moisturizing lotion. I can't remember what it's called right now, that I use. I think it's called Primavera oil or something, but I could be totally wrong. I feel like, you have to, you have to feel rooted, right? And, this stone will really help clear up, feeling rooted. And for the ones that have high blood pressure and diabetes, you gotta massage your leg. You gotta get that energy flowing back down towards your feet and out of your feet. And you'll feel like it's stuck in your feet sometimes. You'll feel like cramps, but it's the energy being stuck in your feet. And you gotta massage your feet and get that blood moving down, 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 because, it's going to start, moving that energy, from one place to another. And, so, just stop trying to go so fast. Of course, start trying to pack up, start trying to get ready. A lot of meditation and manifestation is great to do. If you need to get a job by the time you get there because you're moving really far away, wearing Ganesh is a really great thing, because he is, the god of business deals, but he also is the god of, writing and scholarship. And I feel like, maybe writing down what you need to do, what you need to pack, what's, like, actually important, and, like, what you need to buy when you get there, I feel like, would be a really good thing, for you. Because, like, concentrating on your spirituality right now is really, really hard for you, because you're so concentrated on, like, the physical and the earth and, like, your money and your everything else. Even though you have the money right now, like, or you're about to get the money right now, or you're gonna have help from family or friends or a relationship, the money's gonna be there. But, there's gonna be these obstacles. Like I said, this is the money's gonna be there, right? But there's gonna be these obstacles, right? And, it's gonna be growing pains of meeting the new people and, like, seeing, like, Like, do you cook? Are you allowed to cook for them? Like, maybe you're used to cooking for all your family dinners, and maybe you're used to cleaning the house and being the domesticated woman. That's what I kind of get from this card, the domesticated woman. And maybe they're all doing their own thing, and you're like, well, I bought all this food, nobody wants to eat it with me. I've like put my fruit out beside Buddha, or my vegetables out beside Buddha to bless the stir fry I'm gonna have, because I noticed you have a bunch of woks and you guys won't eat it. It's going to be like growing pains and obstacles, but you're going to want to move fast. And this wants to show you the dime again. And I feel like this reading is really giving you a heads up on what to expect. So we're going to look at the queen, because you are a queen or a king. And 10 is a dime, 10 is a cycle complete. So you're going to come to this fruition really quickly, even though you feel like you have a lot of obstacles. Maybe you find a place and you're able to move in right away, but you don't have the money for a U-Haul, and you're going to have to call around and ask people to move your stuff, and it's going to take weeks for them to move your stuff, and there's going to be all these different things happening that's going to make it so much harder for you. But I feel like everything's going to work out. It's just that don't be surprised that some people are wearing masks, and some people have other intentions when they're letting you move in, and they I know covering your head is like in worship of God. I feel like your spirituality and stuff like that. Maybe the people aren't gonna get just how in depth your spirituality is. Like, maybe they might understand it to a certain extent, but like I go through so many different religions. I read the Bible. I rub Buddha's belly. I put out fruit for him. I painted the goddess of music, Swarte. I take from all religions, east and west, and I feel like like these people are not going to be concentrated on that. They're going to be concentrated on like their money and like what they can get out of you, kind of. And they're what they can get out of you isn't going to be over and all thing. Like, if they're a business person and they run a business, they're going to see what they can get out of you business wise. If they're if they're like, I can't think of any other examples. If they are like single and they want a relationship, they're gonna see what they can get out of you sexually. Maybe not even having a full relationship. So we're gonna do a little bit of scrying with my crystal quartz. It's a smoky quartz crystal ball. I feel like this would be really good for you guys right now. So what I am seeing, I just want to roll it over my head and really open up my third eye with this, and I'm going to see what I see for you guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is a man, and he's holding a suitcase, and he's like a businessman, and he's wanting you to work from him, and you're like kissing his hand like he's royalty. But you are, the thing is that you think that you can take on this job and move at the same time. You gotta slow down a little bit, and you gotta make the move a little bit first with your stuff before you can start taking on the full-time job. Otherwise, it's just gonna be too much for you, realistically. And we got these like clouds in the sky that are turning into feathers, but they're also turning into daggers. And I feel like birds are really going to tell you different warnings. So like, pick a bird for my writing, because I'm writing my own book called the Sun Worshipper's Bible, because I don't feel any religion currently fits me. But the Sun Worshipper's Bible, I can't remember why I brought that up now. But I chose chicken. I chose chicken as my sign of, because in Las Vegas, they say chicken, chicken, winner dinner. And, so I chose chicken as my sign for my writing that is going to go through and become something more. So I'm writing my own Bible, my own religion called the Sun Worshipers Religion. And I will actually be reading it out over YouTube on this page when I've completed it. But it may take me years to complete because, I'm still learning and I still have a lot to be taught and a lot to teach, and there's just so much information to pack into one book that it's actually insane. So, okay, and I'm seeing the light hit across here, so I'm really feeling like I'm seeing orange leaves. So, how I said August, well, it's the very end of August, well, maybe that's when you should start packing. But September, when you start seeing orange leaves, that's like when the actual move is going to happen. And you're going to almost be in shock because it's going to be so quick and so intense. And you're going to find that, I'm seeing like amber here and like a square piece of amber. I don't know if that has any significant meaning, but squares are like solidity, and the amber is going to this is the amber stone right here. Well, fossilized wood with crystallized sap, which is amber. And amber actually helps bring in money, believe it or not, but it helps with your sacral chakra, and it's gonna help you through digestion. So if you have problems with going to the bathroom, like overall digestion issues, I feel like that's going to really be helped to be fixed up. Okay, and we're just gonna pull one last card for you guys, and we're going to pull this is like a angel love deck. Okay, so it says spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys the card. Okay, all right, and I see a beautiful woman with a stream coming out of her third eye, and I feel like she's experiencing so much, but she's also pouring water, and she's pouring water on towards this man. And I feel like people who are single or even in a relationship, you talk to this person all the time in the astral realms, like your stars are orbiting each other's, and you almost mimic each other like parrots in ways. And I feel like, that you have so much happening inside your head and spiritually that this is part of the reason why there's going to be blockages as to why it's so hard to move, because you're going to be, trying so hard to make this thing happen and make this move like the right thing to do. But it's going to be really difficult because of the spiritual blockages that are going to put in your path. Like, you're going to see owls and black cats, and bats mean reality. You're facing reality, and black cats mean you're facing it could mean good luck for money, but it also means bad luck in general. And you could hear owls screeching, like barn owls screeching, or you could see a gray owl fly past, and they're kind of bad luck because they could mean that someone could die, but they also mean wisdom. So you're really smart and you have the wisdom to move beyond this hurdle, and it's going to feel like an overall death of your spiritual body, and it's going to be so intense moving that like taking on work right away, even though I saw a businessman come into your life and you're kissing his hand because you want to take on that work, you're going to have some time to settle in and really bring some stuff over, and you're going to have to leave some stuff behind. So you're going to have to be buying stuff and picking stuff up and getting stuff that they don't necessarily have, because I feel like this place that you're moving into doesn't necessarily cook with each other and stuff like that. And if you're moving like with your family to a new house, I feel like everybody's going to be all mixed up from the move with everything packed up, and you're not going to have that traditional setting family dinners anymore. All of a sudden, you're going to have to work really hard to get everything back into place and into position. And you know, I just feel like they're doing a dance here at the bottom, and I feel like dancing, if dancing is not your thing, then playing music, you know, if you're into playing music or dancing, you know, I feel like you should dance. And or if you have people dancing near you, it means you're on the right path. Or you know, if you have you know, people playing guitar near you, like across the street and someone's playing guitar, you're on the right path. And you know, play guitar and music yourself and dance. Dance the hell out of it, even if you think you're no good. Okay, alright, so that's the end of reading number 1. We're gonna move on now. We're gonna move on now to the next reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So I am Zara LaFay, and I am going to be trying to put up readings like twice a week. And I have a Patreon that you guys can get a link to. I may not link it right away just because, you know, yeah. But, you know, there's $35 for 15-minute readings that we can do. If you want to message me personally, we can always do like an e-transfer. And then, you know, I could give you the reading and stuff like that. The only problem is that I don't have I can try to do it online with my computer, but I'm worried that my computer may not be strong enough to do an online reading where you see the card, so we may have to do it over the phone just for now, just till I get a better computer. But we can try with the computer because my sister seems to be able to get it to work, but I just have really bad luck with technology. Like when you have spiritual energy all around you, technology like fizzes out and does crazy things. So okay, so next we're going to talk about the Amethyst and the Third Eye card. So, the Third Eye card is number 31, and so 3 and 1 is a really lucky number together. You know, with the 3 the spiritual number, like the triangle, or like God, Holy Spirit, and the Holy Ghost, or Vishnu, Brahmu, and Shiva, or, you know, the Trinity and stuff like that. You know, so I feel like, you know, you're really gonna be into your spirituality for this move. This move is going to be for your spirituality. You may be moving closer to one of your churches, or even like if you have a child or something, or even for yourself, you may be getting baptized or christened or something like that. You know, you're going to be really focused on your third eye, and your third eye can sorry, this is my grandmother's necklace, and she watches over me. My chain is a little bit broken at the back, but I brought it because for her to watch over me. She's my great grandmother, and she was an opera singer, so if that has anything to do with you, you know. And then number 1 is new beginnings, of course, and look at this yellow around it. So I feel like part of the reason why your third eye is so close shut right now, of course, your third eye takes over not only your third eye, but your ears, your nostrils, your mouth. You may be like getting like headaches and stuff like that, or like earaches, or like, you know, ear infections, and or like nasally, just snoring all the time, stuff like that. You know, it's connected a little bit to your solar plexus, so you're not digesting something properly. I feel like you got to eat better. I feel like you got to eat more fruits and vegetables. You know, I feel like it's either meat or starches or milk that you need to cut out a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit of like too much red meat for some reason. You know, that's what I'm really feeling. But, you know, some people have allergies to milk, they're lactose tolerant. Some people have allergies to meat, and find it better not to eat meat. And some people have allergies to starches and just find them really heavy on their stomach. So, you know, whatever you feel works for you best. You know, because I feel like eating better is going to help so much with opening up your third eye, and you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to feel so much more relaxed. And you know, doing some meditation is great, and it's green right in the middle, and I feel like you've had like an ex that you're stuck on or something like that, or Even if you're in a relationship, you feel like you're not as close as you used to be, or you feel betrayed in some way, and you feel like you have a dagger sticking in your heart a little bit. So I'm gonna rub this amethyst over my third eye because I want it to open up, and I want it to so I'm seeing a city, but I'm seeing it upside down, like it's a reflection in the clouds, like you've been dreaming about the city for some reason. And you feel like there's more options for you out there, like maybe cafes that sell paintings, or if you play music out there, or if you even just better jobs, jobs that are close by. Maybe you already work in the city. I feel like you dream about the city. Maybe you live on a farm and you're just sick of the farm, and you're just sick of having to take care of all these animals. It could be so many things. I feel like, this one always kind of reminds me of like a mountaintop, climbing up this mountain. And I feel like you've started the trek up the mountain, but you just don't, and it's even steeper on the other side, and you just don't even know it yet. You think that you're going up the steepest side, it's even steeper on the other side when you have to come down. So yeah, you're going to get to the top, but you're going to be like tumbling down the mountain on the other side. So like when you finally actually move, things are going to move so fast and so quickly for you, and you're going to not know if you're moving left or right. You're going to feel like your head's like spinning. Okay, so now we're going to get some tarot cards. So we're going to do the present first. These are traditional Rider Waite tarot cards. Okay, so we got this coming up first. So the High Priestess, it came up reversed, but I'm also really feeling it's upright at the same time. But I think the reason why it came up reversed is because it wants me to talk about the moon right now. So I got these rosemary beads, and it doesn't have a cross on it. It has a crescent moon, and that means that the story hasn't been completely told. But it also means that it's a time of fun and a time of excitement. And I feel like this is going to be somewhere that you move, that it's going to be like an adventure for you. And I feel like you have so much stagnant energy, and I feel like you're moving into the upright High Priestess. And you have these security poles beside you, B and a J. I don't know if B or J means anything to you with a dead person, because I'm feeling that that's somehow connected to the dead. Like a Bobby, or like Billie Jean or something like that. If that's not relevant to you, that's not relevant to you. But I also see the peacock feathers behind her, and I feel like this move is going to open you up, and it's going to show your true colors, and your true colors are going to be beautiful, like a beautiful butterfly flying through the sky. And I feel like you're going to meet people, a lot of different people, and it's going to be really good for business, and for finding a happier, better place for yourself, mentally and physically. And she's got the Torah and a cross on her neck, and I feel like you might be moving also to be closer to some type of spiritual place, some type of if you could be a spiritualist, you could be agnostic, you could just like to do meditation to the Buddhist place, you could even just like to do yoga, but something about moving closer to where you have spiritual access to things. And now I'm seeing a spoon, and that makes me think of the Big Dipper. So if you see the Big Dipper in the sky, it means that heavy changes are going to take place. It means like they have Orion and up in the Big Dipper, and the three main stars that align with the pyramids. And I feel like what's going to happen is you feel like you're going to be losing a lot of people from this move, but you have a cat in the midst of things who is loyal to you, and a friend. and they might be prickly, and they might be kind of a vulture in some ways and a liar, but you know why. They've had a really hard past, and they won't necessarily tell you the truth about things, but at the same time, if you request something, they will definitely go out of their way to find a way to do that for you. And you're gonna want like higher understanding, higher like beings, like knowing, like greater knowing of 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 things. And I see a porcupine, and that brings me back to childhood. And I feel like somehow this is connected to your childhood. Maybe you're moving out of your family's childhood home. Maybe you're really young, and like in your 20s or 18 or something. And I feel like maybe this is your first big move. And I feel like this is going to be really good for you because you've had all of their pressures and all of their expectations put on you. And I think you're going to like have a dose of reality come to you when you leave that situation. Okay, so now we're gonna have a past card of has what has put you here. Oh, now I remember what it's called. I couldn't remember what it's called the other thing. It's called selenite. This is a purifying stone, so I'm just going to purify you a little bit because I feel like this is you, and I feel like you need some purifying to find your true calling. Okay, so Knight of Cups reverse. So Knight of Cups reverse is always like, it could be two things. It could be that a man came into your life and they seemed like the one. They seemed perfect on paper, everything about them. I'm really feeling the owl feather for this one. So I'm going to dust myself off with the owl feather because, it's a barn owl feather and they actually screech when they make sound. They don't hoo. And, I feel like the reason why you thought this guy was so great was because he seemed full of wisdom. I think he was well traveled and, maybe a little bit older than you. He could have even been younger than you, but I feel like he was definitely well traveled. And, he seemed like he was coming at you with love, and then suddenly he pulled out, and you're like, maybe he lives really close by to you, and you feel like you just don't want to be around him anymore. Or maybe you feel like, he opened up your eyes in some way. He made you have a realization that you weren't going to find true love in your current location. That you're at right now, I feel like there's a lot of people with different views, whether it has to do with political or cultural or spiritual views. I feel like, there's so many people that don't have any idea of like what your mentality is and what your true intentions are. And I feel like this guy got scared off of you. If it's not that, then the Knight of Cups reversed, I feel like you're someone who stops passions. Like if you're already in a relationship and stuff like that, then I feel like this has to do with stopping passions. And I feel like you stopped this passion, and maybe it was divine timing for you to stop this passion because you weren't in the right place for it to flourish. And you would have ran into a lot of I think it's called charlatans, who would have tried to take you for your money and try to tell you, oh yeah, I can do this and this for you. You just pay me like $300 to $500. We'll get you recorded and everything, and it'll be great. And it wasn't true. It wasn't like what was actually happening. And I feel like you're going to move into a place where you're going to have bigger, better things. And that's why I think I saw the city at first. Like, even, I live in Canada, but, like, I was seeing New York for some reason. And, I feel like, maybe if you're a dancer or something like that, like a ballet dancer, they have tons of ballet dancers there, I believe. I know they did when Madonna went there. I feel like you stopped your passion. But, like, maybe you're going to move on from this passion, or maybe this passion is going to carry you into something else, but don't stop it completely, because it's something that soothes you and gives you mental harmony. And it's something that has been keeping your chakras steady and your third eye somewhat open. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands, and she's got a beautiful sunflower. Now, I feel the sunflower that's saying in the future. So this is your wear card. You're going to feel like you gave all this money out to this person, and you don't know if you trust them, and you don't know if you are in the right place, and you feel like you're full of these holes, and these holes are filled up with sunflower seeds, and they're all spurting little flowers, and it's going to be really intense and scary. And I feel like you're going to be, but the thing about it is, and you feel like it's going to be bad luck, but she has her staff, she has her wand, and, she has, her powers that may be. Then she has her lions beside her, so she has a great amount of pride, and she is a queen, and she is a queen of fire. So any fire signs, like Leo, I believe Scorpio is a fire sign. I could be wrong on that. I can't remember the rest of the fire signs right now. Aries, Leo. I think it's Leo, Scorpio, and Aries, but I'm not sure about Scorpio. Yeah, she is, if this isn't you, I really feel like this is you. I really feel like this needs some clearing with the selenite right now, because, I really feel like it's going to be like all over your body, and you're going to, I think, like, take a hot bath, put the bath up to, like, maybe your knees, and, like, put your head under the water, and then put your head back out of the water, and keep your ears on the water, like you're almost, like, beating under the womb, almost like you're baptizing yourself, and then turn the shower head on and just come up and almost, like, christen yourself, like you're being birthed. And, like, this will help you get through it, because you're going to be going through, like, whole body symptoms from this move, because it's going to be so intense on your third eye, and, like, no amount of medication is going to help you or anything, because it's going to be such an intense change. And you're going to see signs from God above. Like, when I moved, I almost crossed the street early because the bus let me off, because I thought the cars were kind of far, but I decided not to because I realized they were kind of close, and I turned and there was a dead bird there. So I walked around him, and doves started circling me, and I was like, that bird was dead there and sacrificing me. If I'd crossed the street, I would have died. But, now I have doves circling me, saying, Jesus has put mercy on your soul. Jesus has saved you. You have not misstepped. Maybe in another life where I lived this life already, I misstepped and crossed the street and died. I don't know. But, you're going to have a whole body attack. If you get rashes down there, I suggest putting, like, some aloe vera, like buying an aloe vera plant, putting some aloe vera down there, or some other type of moisturizer that's, like, all natural. Put, like, rose spray on your heart, and, like, keep rose spray or something on you. I had carrot mist before, but they discontinued that stage, so I use rose spray instead now. Something good for your face and your body, and spray it over when you start feeling sweaty and stuff, because, like, it's good to sweat because it's getting it out of you, but you want that off your body. And so this is a when card. So when is fire sign. So August, I'm really feeling it's between August and November. Sagittarius. I'm pretty sure Sagittarius is a wind sign, and that's in November. But I feel like this is gonna take a little bit longer. But you know what? It's like the spiritual context of what's happened to you is so intense right now. It's just not the time to move yet. It's just really not. And, like, you might want to move right away, but I feel like you have to have some patience because it's going to be such a spiritual download, such a spiritual overload. If you're psychic or a medium, you're going to have such an intense thing where it's like you're full of holes, but it's like a cactus has little eyes on it. If you smooth over the little eyes, they pop open, little pus balls come out of them, and some of them have jiggly little tips. You're going to be seeing this in your third eye, and it's going to be like, it's going to be like a lot for you to process. So like, I don't think you should work at all during these times, or if you already have a job that you're working full time, tell them you need some time off to move and then move. That's when I think you should move, is when you are going to be able to be that Queen of Wands, that prideful person, but you have this black cat here, and of course some people say black cats are bad luck, but of course black cats are for witches, and black cats can also mean good for money, and so I feel like where you move is going to be good for money, and like when you move, it's going to be the time when you have enough money, and you're going to have maybe take on some extra work now while you're not having these spiritual downloads, and then when you are having these spiritual downloads, take the time off, try to pack up during then, and then start just start saving as soon as possible. So now we're gonna have a wear card. Put these up for you so you know. I was only using this before as what I was talking about, but I'm holding them up to the camera, so put this right in between here. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so there's two outcome cards that I wanted to get for you, and this came out in our last reading, was the Nine of Cups, but you got it upright, which is crazy. So, this was, when, and this was where, and I feel like, you're gonna feel like you're so sick and scared of this place. I feel like this place you've already maybe lived at before and maybe had bad experiences before, but I feel like you also know the area very well, and I don't want you to move too close to where you used to live, like maybe like on the other side of town kind of idea. And you feel injured from this place, but if you're living on the other side of town, like other things will happen to you. And I feel like you're gonna have this Nine of Cups. You're going to get exactly what you want. And I feel like you're going to be really comfortable in this place because he's like sitting with everything that he needs, and he's feeling really comfortable with this place. I feel like the people that it's going to take some time to get to know them, and it's going to get but I feel like you should bring home like a gift, like if they're drinkers, then bring home like a gift of wine. I don't drink personally, but bring home like a gift of wine to drink with them, or bring home like a cake to eat with them, something to enjoy with them, so you get over that initial icebreaker awkwardness, and it's not like you're just avoiding each other all the time. Like I feel like he's gonna be very content and happy. You might even move in with an old friend, and I had a stone here for old friends. I painted this as a child. Oh, it's not here. I don't know where I put it. Okay, I'm not sure where I put it, but, I feel like, this was from my friend Tabitha, and this is the dragon holding, crystal ball, and, this is going to be a friend. Maybe their life has changed, like my friend Tabitha, for example, has had a baby, and I've been with her boyfriend for a couple of years, same guy that I last talked to her like 3-4 years ago, and her life has changed crazy. She has a baby, she has a house now, and like this is going to be an old friend, but it's going to be so they've gone through major dragons, but they're carrying treasures, and they're carrying treasures amongst you and for you, and they only talk good of you. And so I feel like maybe you're going to move into a place, and that's why it's a place that you've already lived at, because it's going to be a place that you've lived with someone before, and that's why it's going to be easy to break the ice with them and feel so comfortable and feel like you've gotten everything you wanted. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of scrying. So I'm just going to open up my third eye with the this is a smoky quartz crystal ball, and I'm going to tell you what I am seeing in here. So I'm seeing thorns of a lily, and I actually want to read you Songs of Solomon 2 and 2, I believe it is, because I feel like this really has to do with your current situation. I pass it right there. No, it's after. I'm just going to go to index here. Usually I don't have to go to the index. I know it's after Psalms, but I just can't seem to find it. Where is Psalms? Okay, yeah, it is after Psalms 9:15. I guess it's just a really short book or something, because, it's seeming to be really hard to find. Okay. Songs of Solomon 2 and 2. I'm going to read you Songs of Solomon 2 and 1 to 4. I am but a saffron of the coastal plain, a lily of the valleys. Like a lily among thorns is my beloved among the daughters. Like an apple tree among the trees of the forest, so is my dear one among the sons. I passionately desire to sit in his shade, and his fruit is sweet to my taste. He brought me into the banquet house, and his banner over me was love. Refresh me with raisin cake, sustain me with apples, for I am lovesick. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand embraces me. So I actually read you Song of Solomon 2 to 6, but what I really wanted to go over was 2 and 4. He brought me into the banquet house, and his banner over me was love. So, what I'm also, seeing here, I'm seeing a square right away, which means stability. So I feel like you're going to have a lot more stability here. But, you're going to be bursting at the edges for adventure. Your spirit is really like full of wilderness and wonder, and you're going to be maybe in a place where you're able to either to kayak or canoe or go surfing, or be like part of nature in some way, like a city that also has like boating and stuff like that. Like you're gonna like take on hobbies and stuff, and you're gonna be part of the adventure, and I feel like you're gonna meet lots of new friends, and I feel like you're going to have, and now I'm seeing like a little parakeet sitting there, and I feel like, a bird would be like a really good pet for you. Like especially ones that you could teach how to, like parakeets will whistle songs and stuff like that. And I don't think you should get a parrot because they're really hard to own and live for like 100 years, and they have like, but even like lovebirds or, like that, those types of birds, or even like a smaller type of parrot. I don't know what they're called. I feel like, or like a cockatiel. Cockatiels are kind of annoying though. No offense to cockatiels, they're really cool looking and stuff, but they're kind of annoying. They're really like picky and like angry and will yell at you and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe this was just this one cockatoo my cousins had as a child. But anyways, I feel like getting a bird would be good. And I seen A, so that's like the beginning of something, and an ace, and ace of what, ace of, I don't know, ace of all of them, because it's like I'm seeing the ace of swords, and that's the wind card, so I feel like a lot of wind energy. And like I said, I'm not sure if talking about baptizing yourself in the bath, when you're coming up out of the water, there'll be a lot of steam, and the steam will be like an engine running, so the train's running or the boat's running and you're moving forward. And it will bring a lot of wind energy to you. And also you could sage your house, and you could light incense and that kind of stuff to help, with getting that wind energy to you. And of course birds represent wind energy because they fly, so I really feel like you need wind energy either in your life as friendships, or you are a wind energy person, you are someone who is a wind sign. And I'm seeing someone who's old and pretty much homeless and doesn't have their life together, but they're also really wise, and they're carrying a shopping cart with them. And I feel like, yeah, you can feel empathy for them and give their seat to them and do that kind of stuff. But when you see those types of people, you want to move away from them, because you want to move away from that energy of being empty and being alone and being with nothing. You want to move away from that energy. Even though you can have empathy for them and sympathy, don't be like trying to start up a conversation with them and get their energy all over you, because they have so much negative energy pent up in them that has put them in that situation for like years and years of possible abuse and trauma, sexually, physically, emotionally. And um yeah, like just try to think like move that way, and they'll move away. And the last thing that I am seeing is like a rib cage of someone. And last thing I saw of a rib cage of someone was someone who was attached to a clown. So someone you trust is going to kind of act like a clown, and it's going to kind of put you in a possibility of like financial despair. But you're also going to have like really good karma from everything in a way. You're not gonna have to worry too much. But I'm just saying that someone you trust is also someone who has been really abused and really like put down upon, and they're so lost in their own head they don't even know how to feel empathy for you when they do something wrong to you, and they just think that they can keep lying and lying and lying because that's what they've been taught to do. Because maybe, for example, they were raped by someone in your family, and you tried to tell the family and they never told you because you were their sister or something. And now they think they can lie to you about everything because they kept lying to you about being raped by their family member. And but it's the truth because you saw it, and they won't admit it to you. You know what I mean? but people around there who've lived around there for a long time will not deny it. You know what I mean? Only your other family members will deny it. The people who are supposed to do something about it. So, and then you get caught in the crossfire and you get told that you're the evil one, but really they're the ones that are the evil ones and not telling the truth. So, I just want to say that, anyway, so we're talking about moving. Okay, I got totally off topic there. So this is from my mother. It's supposed to be a ring, and it's supposed to be chrysanthemum. Which is Croatia's flower. I don't know if chrysanthemums have anything that meaning to you, but if you see chrysanthemums, it means really good luck for you. Okay, especially for this move. So we're gonna pull one card out of this oracle deck. I think it's called Angels of Love or something. I don't know the packaging, so I don't quite know, but it is a love card deck. So here we go. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gifts. So I'll let you see that right there. Is that too close? Okay, cool. She's reaching out, and like I said, you know what, I see fall as a timing now. I'm not sure what I said before about timing, but with all these leaves of crunchy fall leaves, I feel like that's at least when you're gonna start looking, when the process is going to begin, because I'm only getting the crescent moon here, so it's not the full story yet. It's not going to be the move yet, but that's going to be the beginning of looking and the beginning of wanting to find that right place. And you're going to be reaching out to all these places, and you're going to be and this is card number 11, which is an angel number. If you believe in 1111 or 111, it's a really lucky number, and it's 2 new beginnings, and it's spiritual angels are guiding you, and I feel like she is just draped in water and clouds and mist, and I feel like you're going to be moving at a time when there's lots of rain in your city or country, and it's going to be really a different kind of situation that you're not used to at all. And you know what? It's going to be so much better for you. On the back of this card, I see a harp, and in my painting, Suarte is playing a harp. I know I've talked about her a couple times, so I'm going to just move it so you can see her. Suarte is playing a harp instead of her sitar. And, I am going to I'm going to say that Savarte is watching over you, the goddess of music, but she's also the goddess of everything. She's the Shakti. She's the beginning of when everything began, everything accumulated. So you are going to be pushing and moving energy like crazy. I would even suggest doing some dancing or skipping rope or running or any type of physical activity to get the chakras moving in your body to help manifest these things. I know meditation is really great for manifesting things, but also physical activity is really great for manifesting things. If you want to run, it's getting closer to the finish line. If you want to skip, it's you're skipping over obstacles. If you want to dance, the type of dance that you're doing, it's getting you closer to your victory, right? And if you do a heavy dance with nunchucks, and it's scaring off your demons and not getting attacked. And I feel this card is so powerful, especially with this card right here, because you are going to be so you're going to feel you're almost you're dying, you know, like you're gonna feel like so intense and so crazily insane because your third eye is gonna be opening up so much, and you're gonna feel like things are so rough. You're gonna feel like you're breaking your back moving your stuff, but at the same time, you know, it's going to be bring you to newer and higher heights. So that way you're able to see things so much clearer and so much better. And you're going to be really genuinely happy. Okay, so that's all I got for reading number 2. So we are just going to go to reading number 3. Okay, so reading number 3. I'm just going to mix up these cards a little bit here. Okay. So this is the Jade Stone from the BC River, and I just clarified it with some aloe vera and stuff like that. And let's see what card you got here. Okay, so this card, you're going to feel like you're kind of in a crunch, but I feel like you're, with this move, it's all about coming out of your shell. And, you know, you're going to feel like you're, getting away from like bloodsuckers, from like people who are like trying to eat you alive, you know, like whether it's a relationship or family members or, you know, anything negative like that, you know, that you have like such a deep connection with, but at the same time, you know, because I'm seeing right there, it almost looks like a little thing of like a bloodsucker's mouth, but like a lamprey's mouth or something. But at the same time, I see like a beautiful flower blooming underneath. So you're going to be like in a crossroads section where you're not going to be sure what to do. And you're going to have so many different offers. And you're going to be really attentive to paying to these offers. So you got a 3 and a 9. So 39. So 3 is a Holy Trinity. And then 9 is, you know, all about like, you know, what's right for you to move to a place that's going to have the same political and cultural and religious views as you, you know, like what's going to be the place that is going to bring you into your higher calling. So I feel like this move is all about you know, crossroad sections, and you may even have to choose between people and love, you know, because this stone like helps with love with your heart, and it also runs with the river. So you may be moving closer to a river, or having to pass over a bridge a lot, where you're moving, having to constantly pass over bridges, because this is a stone of the river. And it also has to do with your heart. I feel like you're going to have to choose between 2 people. Even if you're in a relationship, I feel like there's like muddied water. Like you're stuck on someone else, even if you're in a relationship. And you keep going backwards to them or thinking about them, even though you're in a new relationship. And they might even suddenly reappear. And you're like, this is so bad timing. I just moved in with so-and-so. And you're like, no, this is not right. This is not how things are supposed to go. But you're gonna feel like it's like sludge, like, you know, like you're gonna feel like it's like, oh my God, I want you so bad too. Like, what do I do, right? And you know, but I just feel like, and I feel like that person's actually blooming beautiful flowers towards you, and you know, the person that you may be with right now is like sucking you alive. And you know, I feel like it might be hard if you have children together, especially young children, but you know, and you never know if they're going to pay child support or do anything correctly. But at the same time, you know, I'm just playing with the stone in my hand to really get the energy in it. You know, at the same time, I really feel like, you know, you're going to be choosing between so many different places, and you're going to be going through major intersections in life. And you're going to be, you know, it's really hard what way you're going to turn right now. It's really hard to say what way you're going to turn right now. So we're going to take a card for your present. I'm just going to put this near the selenite to clarify it a little bit, because I feel like you're so weighed down by sludge of your energy, and I feel like you have so many, like, almost teeth, like, eating you alive. Like, I can see, like, teeth, like, eating you alive, and maybe you live with a lot of people, and maybe they're always asking for stuff or favors, or maybe you just don't get that time and space to yourself to do what you need to do, or maybe you're sleeping on someone's couches right now, and um, like, you don't have any space to do what you need to do, and like, if you're moving into like an apartment or a bigger place, or you have more money or stuff like that, but we're gonna see right now what's your present, because I'm getting like the feeling that, like, you, like, whether you have money or not, that this person is like really making you feel like you are so stuck with them, and so, like, they got their teeth in you, and then the lamprey has a little tongue that comes out and starts to drill into them, and it's like they've got you so tight and intensely wounded, and you're still so stuck on someone else, so you're so pulled in these two different directions, and so you don't know where to move, and you have to get out of this place, and maybe an eviction, I'm feeling like, or it may just be that you think that moving is going to change the relationship, because it'll give you more space, maybe for a baby or something like that. But I'm feeling like if you want a baby, this is not the time to have a baby right now. So your present card is the Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, this makes so much sense. Like, you're carrying these, like, upright is carrying these wands, and you have all this pressure. And reversed, you still are carrying all these wands, but you're dropping them along the way. And I feel like you're dropping little pieces of yourself along the way, and you're feeling like, where did that stuff go? Like, everything's lost all of a sudden. I was carrying all this stuff. I swear to God, I spent all this money. I was carrying all this stuff. I did all my dues, and now everything's just gone suddenly. Everybody sucked and eaten everything out of me, whether it be roommates or a love relationship or family members. It's like it's kind of good in a way, because you don't have all this weight on you anymore of all this stuff that you need to take from one place to another, but you're left with absolutely nothing. And it's scary, because it's like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So you got the Ace of Pentacles in the past. So I feel like you had money in the past. And that's why you're so confused right now. Because now you're wanting to move, but you had the money in the past. So you're thinking, well, money must be coming in the future. But I don't feel money coming soon. I feel like that money that was there then was the time to move. And, I feel like maybe thought it was just as much money as you normally get. It's not much more than normal or whatever. Like, it's, why would it be time to move? But, like, that was the moment then. That was that, like, moment at that time when you were supposed to start to move, but the other person wasn't ready, who you were with, or the other people you were deciding between. You were concentrated on your love life and deciding between people and seeing who was right for you, and it was totally the wrong move. You should not have been concentrating on that. You should have been concentrating on yourself, because you were prosperous. You, like, had money, and I feel like you felt like you were going to this beautiful home anyways, and there was, like, mountains in the background you got to look at, but at the same time, mountains means hurdles you have to get over. So you felt like you had a beautiful home, you had a beautiful place, you were doing what you wanted anyways, things were great, but now you're realizing that you should have taken a left turn a long time ago, and now you have to do more waiting for move, and now you're losing everything, and you spent all this gold you have has suddenly disappeared because of all these bloodsuckers in your life. And it's disgusting, man. It makes me so angry. Like, I just need this selenite right now to clear, like, my head, because, like, these bloodsuckers are, like, literally, like, I can feel them attached to you, like, all over your back and your body, and they're, like, creating, like, if you try to pop it off, it's, like, cracks all over you, but then there's these big gaping holes left from their teeth, and it's just disgusting, man. It's just disgusting what they're doing to you. And now I'm gonna like rub my shell, because I found this shell on Crescent Beach in BC, and I use it to sage, so it's got some stuff in there. But I'm this shell, like, I just need some water power right now. I need some water right now to get rid of this, because, like, this is actually so intense. And this is the most intense reading I've done out of the three, because you're at such crazy intersections, and you keep getting these chances to jump into the right pathway. But the problem is when you jump into the right pathway, you end up getting bad luck on the other sides, on the other things that you were chained to. And so you're scared because you don't want to lose what you had in the past. But what you're losing is these bloodsuckers who's taking you for absolutely everything, who's, like, eating you alive, who's, like, actually, like, giving you physical ailments. Like, maybe I'm feeling your, like I'm thinking in your solar plexus, your stomach, like, maybe you get bad diarrhea or bad constipation, like, and maybe you get pains in your feet, because the energy is trying to go back out to your root chakra, back out to your feet, but it's getting stuck there. It's getting absolutely stuck. So, the Tower reversed. Okay, this makes so much sense. So you're going to be trying so hard to hold everything together from the past. You're going to be trying so hard to, like, not let everything fall down. But you know what? You got to let it fall down. You got to jump the fuck out of that tower. Otherwise, you're going to be burnt alive. Because that tower is on fire. Stop trying to keep it together. And, like, I feel like, okay, this could be more for someone in a criminal lifestyle. Like, if you're with someone who's, like, growing weed in a place that's illegal, or, like, making meth or cocaine or something like that, like they're going to get caught soon. Like, now. Like, right now. Like, you got to get out of there. And they're going to pin everything on you. And, even though the police will know it's ridiculous, it will just be easier to do it that way, to just pin everything on you. And if you're not in that type of situation, and you're being manipulated and abused in some way, like, you gotta let this tower fall down, because the foundation of it is not good. It's like the Tower of Babel. I wish I knew a scripture from the Tower of Babel in the Bible. But, it's like, everyone in this castle, like, I feel like you have many roommates, or, like, many family members, or, like, many people living with you. Like, everyone was speaking the same language, and then suddenly Tower of Babel, boom, he made everybody start speaking different languages. And when you start speaking different languages, all of a sudden, like, you're actually speaking different languages all of a sudden. You're actually starting to have absolutely no understanding between each other. And like the most evil of themselves is coming to light. Like, their masks are completely coming off, and they're coming at you with, like, open mouths and tongues hanging out and teeth and huge jaws. And, like, they'll have crazy paranoias, like, oh, so and so's trying to kill me, but it's actually, they're paranoid because they're guilty. They're truly, genuinely guilty, whether that's of, like, pedophilia or rape or murder, or they're truly guilty. So they're having these intense, like, fears, and they're putting them on you, because they know you've been living there forever, so you're the one who can get them put away. But don't try to seek justice, because justice will come on its own time. Just take care of yourself. Just get out of there now, like, right now. Like, I feel like there's so many people, like, they feel like they're free falling now. They feel like they're absolutely just falling off the face of the earth because they don't know left from right anymore, and they have, like, they can't believe that you've actually gone. And this guy here, he's like, has his wife, like, mouth wide open and his eyes are all black. It's like he has no eyes and no mouth, and he's just coming at you with like no eyes and no mouth, and he's just like, spitting and kicking at you and getting, get out now, and freaking out because you're trying to find a place. And he's doing that because he's guilty of something, and he's a narcissist. And there's someone else who's sad you left because they're the one getting raped and tortured and tormented. Not that you weren't getting tormented, you were getting tormented too. But, like, I see a white horse in my head, and I see a white horse means salvation, and Jesus comes riding in on white horses, and you will find salvation, and beautiful Jesus Christ will come down upon you. And even if you don't believe in Jesus, if you believe in other things, miracles and blessings and rainbows and things that are your heart and soul will come down to save you in this time. You will not be homeless. You will not be, even if you have to go through a short time of homelessness, try to find a shelter quickly, or try to find a friend's house to stay at, or try to find, even if you have to move around a lot for a little while, then even if you're staying somewhere for years and then have to move around a lot for a little while, you have to get out of there now, because things are going to get so much worse and so much more intense. They're going to pick at you as if you're, like, actually been rotting there for years already, and they're going to pick off every morsel off your bone. Okay, so we're going to get, I did this a little backwards from my other reading, so we're going to get a when card. That was the outcome card, because, that's just what happened. Okay, so we're going to get a when card. So this is, like, super fast movement. This is what I was saying. You have to get out, like, right now. Like, the Eight of Wands is super fast speed. And, I feel like you should move somewhat far away. Maybe not crazy far away, because it'll be hard to move your stuff. But maybe you should just fuck it and leave, like, almost everything behind. But, like, just take, like, what you need, and, like, maybe just move, like, over a mountain or something, or across a river, or just move far enough away where you're not going to be bothered by them anymore, and you're not going to see them anymore, and they're not gonna haunt you, because this Eight of Wands is really, really fast moving, crazy energy. So, like, when, like, immediately, like, start packing, like, yesterday, yeah, like, you gotta get out of there. I don't know if you gotta get away from a person immediately, whether that's family, relationship, or whatever. Like, you feel like you're at such a crossroads, because you could go to this person, that person. You could just go your own direction. You have no idea which way to move, but just start moving in a direction. Stop lying dead. Stop playing possum. Just stop playing possum. You gotta move now. Now it's time to go. You've been playing dead for years, and people are eating you alive and picking at your bones. You gotta get those bloodsuckers off of you. Okay, this card's calling to me. So, Nine of Wands. So, this is where, so you're going to move to somewhere that you don't really know at all, and then you're going to almost have nightmares there when you first move, because it's going to be so intense, and you're going to be so far from the home that you've known for so long. Maybe you're just moving as the first time when you're younger, or maybe, like, I'm really feeling like this isn't a rich person type of reading. I'm really feeling that this type of reading where you're like, it could be a rich person getting away from someone who wants a divorce, and they want all their money if they get a divorce, and but if they don't move with them or something like that, if they move with someone else. But I really feel like this person's eating you alive anyways. Like, get away from them. Like, you'll get more money in the end if you get away from them, even if you have to go from a divorce. But like, where, like, I'm seeing like this is like the nightmares card, and so it's gonna be far away. It's gonna definitely be far away. Like, I'm not feeling like another, it could even be another country, like, but definitely over bridges, over mountains, like into another state or province, or not sure what they call their like, are they called countries in Europe? I don't know. But a different state, a different province. Yeah, they're all countries in Europe, I'm pretty sure. Um, you're moving far away, and you're going to be homesick. You're going to feel so lost and in the dark. You're not going to know the area at all. You're going to be like, oh my god, where the fuck did I put myself? But you need to go as far away as possible, as humanly possible. You need to get out of the situation right now. Otherwise, the torment that you've been going through, it's too much. It's way too much. And of course, God says, I can't remember the Bible scripture right now, but God says that He won't put anything on you that you can't handle. And of course, that's true. But at the same time, you're going to have to, be the one to, put yourself into a situation where things can change slowly, and you might go into a little bit of shock at first, but it's going to be awesome in the long run, because you're going to get yourself away from that situation, whether that's being completely alone or moving in with another person that you love, or even a family member that you love. Like, you gotta get away from, whether it's a single person or whether they're roommates, you got to get away from them. Or if you have a lease, get them out of your house, like, right now. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to do some scrying. Wow, this reading's really intense. Like, I really feel like you've been playing pause and playing dead for these people and pretending that you do absolutely nothing, and cut out all your hobbies and all the things you love just to appease, like, these people around you. You know what I mean? And, you're, I'm seeing a fire pit and outside, so I'm almost feeling like you're gonna move to like the countryside or something like that, like, somewhere where it's cheaper for rent and stuff like that, and you're gonna be having beautiful stars, and you maybe end up like renting a place on a farm or something like that. Um, you're gonna move far away, and you're gonna move with people who are gonna be more understanding, but at the same time, I feel like you're really attracting negative, evil energy because you have that inside you. So, you have to be like moving into a situation where they're going to somewhat let you do you, and have your own space. Don't move into a situation where you're moving onto a couch, unless, like, as I said, you need to move like immediately. So if that's what you have to do, jump around from place to place for a little while, that's what you have to do, you know. And then I'm seeing like the Y symbol that they have on, I forget what they're called. They're like those little stones that they put on pieces of wood sometimes, or they have them on like almost marble type of things, and it looks like a Y, but it's like someone reaching out and diving into a swimming pool, and it's like you're gonna be like, I feel like stretching is gonna be really excellent for you, and stretching out your back and stretching out your front muscles, and you're gonna have to do a lot of stretching and a lot of moving around your muscles and stuff like that, to get them into the right place. Okay? And yeah, I'm seeing Yeah, I swear to God, I'm almost seeing another country. Maybe you have another love on the internet that, like, you've dreamt about moving with for years, but you've just kept it as a friendship because you found a relationship, and maybe you should go and live with them. Because, like, I'm seeing you need a whole new world, and, like, it's going to be really scary at first. It's going to be so intense and so scary at first. But, like, at the same time, and you're going to be so reliant on somebody else, but at the same time, I feel like you need that intense of a change because like it is not working, and now I'm seeing a beautiful bird that's flocking their feathers and is coming for you, and is I'm seeing like a lovebird that's like looking for its mate, and obviously that's for non-single people only. Let's get, but it could be for people in a relationship as well. I'm really feeling just like, especially with this card, like the crossroads sections, like, and the bloodsucker here and the beautiful flowers there, like the crossroads sections is so intense. You have so many choices and so many opportunities that is so hard for you to know which way to actually truly turn. Okay, so physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. So I think even while you're going through, and this is a man kissing someone's hand like they're a queen. So I think, who you go into living with, you're going to have to try to make quick bonds with them. But I feel like while you're moving out, you're going to need their help, and you're going to need to have understanding between you and each other. And I think they have lilac growing in the background, which is a beautiful smelling plant. And I think that lilac would be like a good symbol for you guys. If you see lilac, it means that you're like in the right place. And like take a whiff of it every time you pass it, because it will make you feel so much better. It will just open up the nostrils and it will go right into your third eye chakra. And I feel like having someone there to, like, even if you need to hire a masseuse to give you a back massage, but having someone there that just to run their hands over your back while you're going through this intensity, even if it's the crows that are eating you alive, having them there to like just run down their hands down your back to soothe you down, because you're going to be on such a high vibration and intensity of like craziness and like actual like fullness and just despair, that it's gonna be just way too much. And yeah, I want you to but at the same time, like talking about romance again, like it might be that you need to move on to somebody else. It's either that you need to move out of all these roommates and all these people like picking you from bone, or you need to like move away from who you're with and like get a divorce, because like there's someone who truly loves you, and they are the maiden, and they are a princess, and they will treat you right. And if it's a man, they will act like a gentleman, and they'll have a feather in their cap. And so let's take out a feather. So we're gonna take out like the parrot feather, and the parrot feather is flocking his feathers, and he is he is I'm gonna rub this on my back because I'm feeling it really on my back in this reading, like heavy on my back, like like I'm holding it all into my heart chakra, like I'm holding this all into my back. And like I'm trying to grow wings, but I can't quite yet. I'm trying to fly. And you need to go to this person that loves you, even if they're in a different country. That might seem like a crazy major move, but they'll have what you need there. You know what I mean? And I hope that this reading does you well. And I hope that remember Zara LaFay, check me out. I'm going to be doing readings at least once a week from now on. And I hope you love this reading. Please come back for more. I'm really hoping this helps you, especially the last one. Like, of course, I help all of them, but there's just some really intense energies going on around you guys, and I want the best for you. I want you to feel like that. I want you to feel like you've found heaven for yourself in this new move. Thank you. Amen. Namaste.